Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing my top, it should be 15, but I cheated a little bit. We're not gonna tell nobody, okay? So my top 15 fall fragrances for 2024. Now, these are my tried and true fall fragrances. Fragrances that I've been wearing for years, fragrances that I'm familiar with, fragrances that I love, that I'm not currently in the testing process of. I wanted to share those with you guys because I did already share a video which is titled Perfumes That I'm Excited For This Fall, where I featured more newer perfumes to my collection, perfumes that I'm not too familiar with, but that I knew would be really nice during fall season. And now I want to share the ones that I just absolutely love. That way, if you're new to my channel, you see the fragrances that I bring out when it is fall season, because I do these videos every year. So some of them might be a little repetitive, but they're the ones that I truly love. So before we get started with the video, don't forget to subscribe. And another thing that I wanted to mention was we have reached 50K. I am so excited. I'm over the moon. Thank you so much to all of you guys who support me, who show love, who are so kind and loving. And I am just so in love with my community, my channel, my subscribers. You guys are the best. So thank you. So if you are new to my channel, on this channel, we talk about all things girly pretty much. Fragrance, beauty, body care, self-care, all of that. And with that said, let's get right into my fall picks for 2024. Alright guys, so today we are a little vampy. We got a dark lip. I put on some dark red nails. I'm just feeling the fall vibes. So for today's video, I have quite a few fragrances here in front of me, so I need to speed it up. I'm going to start off with the ones that are more sexy, more perfumey. Then we will have kind of like a middle category, which is a little bit of gourmand mixed with a little bit of that perfume touch. And then we will finish off with the super gourmand scents. Here is a fragrance that I love to bring out. I could use this fragrance pretty much year round, but there's something about it around fall that I just think is so sexy. And this is a polarizing scent. Some people don't like it one bit, and then other people like me, I just go crazy over it. This bottle to me is kind of like treasure because I'm seeing that there's like a new bottle that was released, but then I don't see it everywhere, so I'm not too sure what's going on with this fragrance. But this is Givenchy and this is Haute Couture. I've been talking about this fragrance since I started my channel. This fragrance right here is like a smoky, badass, sexy raspberry and strawberry perfume. It has like that girly touch to it. I would wear Haute Couture today with this lip. It's just bold, it's daring, it's hot, it's sexy, it's such a nice fragrance. But this is going in my next tray. Ooh, I am so gonna wear this for October. It just does it for me. There's this smokiness in there, but then you still get those fruits, and they're fruity, they're juicy. It just puts me in the mood for black clothes or like a black leather jacket, dark lips, maybe even a ponytail instead of your hair loose. It's just very, to me, the best of both worlds. You have like that edgy, chic vibe, and then you have the fruity girly vibe mixed into one. So Haute Couture is a really good one to check out. I hope it's not discontinued. I just want to give you a few recommendations for fall time, and this one works so amazing for fall. But this is one that I think should be tested on the skin because I have heard people tell me that this is an absolute no for them. But for me, it's one of my all-time favorite perfumes, and the reason why I'm holding on to this bottle so much is because this is the older bottle. I'm pretty sure you can still find the older bottle maybe in websites like FragranceNet. I haven't really looked for it, but this is one that I would like to buy a backup bottle of because it's that unique. It's a very unique perfume. So that is my first pick, is Givenchy's Haute Couture. Next up, around this time of the year, I love to reach for my Maison Francis Kurkdjian Gentle Fluidity Gold, which is one of my favorite perfumes. And this fragrance right here is so beautiful. My atomizer's messed up. I still haven't been able to fix it. I need to try the needle. Someone told me to put like a pin in there. So good. The vanilla this year, oh my god, I love perfume and I love sharing it with you guys because they change so much over time. I was not aware of that when I first started wearing fragrance, but they really do. The vanilla in this fragrance right now is probably the best it has ever smelled. Ever. From like the 2-3 years that I've had this fragrance is gonna hit this year. It is so good. It's vanilla, is smooth, well blended. There's juniper berries in here. There is also vanilla. There's coriander, nutmeg, a little bit of caramel, which I don't know if how did I forget to include this in my caramel perfumes? There's a tiny bit of caramel that's giving it a little bit of a sweetness, but I wouldn't classify it as a caramel fragrance. To me, it's more of a powdery vanilla, a little spicy but not too much type of vanilla. Next up is one that I have been enjoying so much lately. This week I wore it like 3 days in a row, and this was released last year. This is Burberry Goddess. This is the perfect mixture of perfumey scents, which I love to describe a lot. For me, when I say perfumey scents, is just I'm getting those notes, but I also get like that sexiness that I want from a perfume. It's not literally like food, or it's not literally fruits. It's that perfume touch. So Goddess has that so much. This is vanilla mixed with lavender, and I will say this year it does smell a little bit different from last year. And the first time that I put it on, I was like, do I still enjoy this fragrance? But then as maybe like 15 minutes went by, I love it so much. It's so unique to me. Now that it's been sitting in my collection for a year, I think I'm getting more of the lavender, but in just a very like refreshing aromatic way. It's not masculine to me at all. There's still a sexiness in here. It's very feminine. It's almost like a classy yet sexy type of perfume. There's definitely sexiness in it. And I would wear this to date night. I would wear it to go out in the evening during fall time. I would wear this as like my stepping out type of perfume. Like I'm getting all done up and I want to smell very feminine, yummy, but perfumey at the same time, and classy and sexy. It's like all wrapped up in one. This is a perfect fall and winter fragrance in my opinion. And this one, I'm also picking up on the ginger more. For sure. I think that's what's coming through more for me, is that ginger. So it's vanilla, lavender, cacao, ginger. There's vanilla caviar and vanilla absolute in the base. So there's a lot of vanilla happening in this fragrance, which vanilla is great during fall time. But then that lavender gives it that aromatic burst along with that ginger, which ginger will give you a spice, but it's not like a warm or spicy touch. It's a more almost fresh, zingy type of spice that's in there. This is such a good one as well. They did a great job at doing a unique scent. It might remind you of others, but I don't think it's a dupe for anything. It's like its own scent. Really nice from Burberry. Another fragrance that I completely fell in love with, and I'm not the biggest fan of this line either, but this flanker right here, they just got it right. And I'm so excited to give it a spray because I have not sprayed this since last winter. And I'm talking about YSL Black Opium Le Parfum. If you're looking for a vanilla fragrance with a little bit of coffee, this is the one. Now I will say, if you were not a fan of the original Black Opium, don't be scared of trying the Le Parfum, because they focused more on the vanilla with this one, and they kind of brought that coffee and those white florals to the background. So they're there, but they're very soft. They're very nicely blended. Nothing is sharp, and this one is a great option if you like kind of like that mixture between coffee and vanilla. It has a little bit of cinnamon in there. It also has one of my favorite notes, which is vanilla orchid. There's like 4 different types of vanillas in this perfume. Oh my god, it's 70,275 times better this year than last year or the year before that. I'm telling you, vanillas need time. There's so much yummy vanilla in here, and the coffee adds a tiny little bit of like a grittiness in there, a tiny bit bitter, but it's just in the background. Like I said, what you're going to get in here is a warm, spicy, powdery vanilla. This one is another one that I recommend 1000%. Next up, I have one that I recently talked about in my caramel fragrances, and this one I'm probably going to finish this fall season. This is Jimmy Choo Illicit, and I am pretty much at the bottom of this bottle. I really like the bottle. It's so pretty. And this one is a mix of caramel. There's ginger in here, orange blossom, you have ginger, you have bitter orange, there's honey. So when you first spray this fragrance, when I first got this fragrance, I still remember the day that I got this. I sprayed it and I was just like, ew, because the ginger is literally the first thing that comes at you full blast when you spray this perfume. So you're going to get like this zingy, spicy, and fresh type of scent, but then the honey starts coming in, the caramel starts coming in, there's vanilla, there's sandalwood, there's cashmere wood. This is like fall in a bottle for me. I had someone comment in my previous video telling me that this was pretty much garbage to them and that it didn't last, and that just shows how different we all are. I would never discredit what that person is saying because maybe to them it does not last, but it just blows my mind because this one, I will apply it after I get out of the shower, go to bed with it, and I will wake up the next day and it will smell like I had just put it on. So we all have different chemistry, our body reacts different to scents, our noses picks up scents differently. I was very close to decluttering it at one point and I'm so happy I didn't because it is like a fall must-have for me at this point. Sweet, thick caramel, honey, but fresh and spicy, a little warm. It's just perfect for fall time, and it's very sexy too. This for a date night during fall and winter, dangerous. It's so good. Love Jimmy Choo illicit. Next up, we have one that I want to add as a recommendation for fall. If you're not a fan of gourmands, if you don't like too much vanilla, if you don't like too much coffee or smoky or all of those things that are usually very common during fall time, and you prefer something that's more of like a second skin type of scent, this one I would rock all year long. But I want to recommend it during fall time because I think it will work great for fall, and that is Fleur Father Figure. This is such a really nice, unique second skin type of scent. It has fig. It's so good. It has fig. It also has patchouli, but the patchouli is not a patchouli bomb. It's not dirty. It's not the main thing that you smell in here. It just helps me with longevity, making it a little sexy. It just gets better and better with time. This to me is, you took a shower, it's fall time, you're putting on like a cardigan, a sweater, and you want something that smells like second skin. You don't want to walk around smelling like a marshmallow, a caramel, a vanilla, or a cup of coffee. I want to smell like all those things because I love gourmand perfumes, but not everyone does. So Father Figure to me is a great option for those of you who just want, like, I would say kind of like a neutral scent in the perfume world. It's a skin scent. You're gonna smell good. It's not too much of anything. It's not too much fruit. It's not too much florals. It's not too gourmand. It's more just, you smell good. It's a little aromatic. It's a little powdery, musky. The fig adds a little bit of like, I wouldn't say a juiciness, but it definitely adds a little fruity touch in there without being too obvious that it's a fruit. So this one to me could be unisex, great for every day. Great for running errands, great for going out on a date. You can pretty much wear this anytime and it smells amazing. So now we're going to kind of get into gourmand territory, but these are still to me not completely gourmand because they have other things in them. So I'm going to pretty much show 3 perfumes as one, because I feel like if you get one of these, you don't need to get the others. But if you love the scent profile, then you will find little differences between all of them. But I'm going to show them kind of like one. That's where I'm cheating, okay? So the first one is Sabrina Carpenter's Sweet Tooth. Perfect for fall time. You guys, I am almost done with this one. I think I'm gonna finish this one this month. It's like right here. This is super affordable. You can find this at Walmart. This reminds me of a few scents in my collection. So I'm not sure if I will repurchase once it runs out, just because I'm constantly reviewing perfumes and trying new perfumes. But it is really, really nice. And if you are a gourmand lover, if you love those types of scents, this is a good one. This one has marshmallow, there's chocolate, there's even coconut milk and whipped cream, there's sugar, vanilla, candied ginger, cashmere wood. I would say that it's a little bit of woodiness mixed in there, but this one is a little bit more sweet. Staying in the same category, I also have Max Creme de Nude, which is another one that as soon as fall time comes around, I'm reaching for this one. This one is kind of in that same scent category as Sweet Tooth, but this one I feel is a little more complex. It's a little more grown up. Yeah. And it has a suede note in it, which gives it a little bit of a rough texture to it, and it definitely makes it feel more grown. This one is vanilla. This one has caramel, but it has that, I don't know why I want to say rough, but kind of like dry, rough texture to it. So it just kind of takes Sweet Tooth into like a grown and sexy level. This is more innocent, fluffy, sweet. They still have that same scent DNA all around, but they have different things that make them stand out and be different at the same time. But I love both of them so much for fall time. Woody vanillas. This one's more sweet, but this one also has caramel, so it does have a little bit of a sweetness in there as well. And then last but not least, to add to this little, to make it a trio, I also have fresh cream warm cashmere from Philosophy. I feel like if you like one of these, you will like the others. If you don't want to have too much of the same thing, I wouldn't go out and get all three of these. And if I had to pick one, that's kind of hard for me. That's a hard one. I think I would probably go with fresh cream warm cashmere. There's something about this one that is also woody vanilla, but there's a very sugary feeling in this one. It's a little creamier. So this one has coconut, it has vanilla, sandalwood, musk, and cashmere wood. So again, these three very similar notes. Now for a super duper woody vanilla with a little bit of sugar mixed in there, we have Fleur Vanilla Skin. It's crazy that I didn't know that there's a oud note in this one until people started telling me that. I didn't pay attention to that, honestly. I just kind of ordered it and ended up really enjoying it. So this one is literally like if I just took the last three that I talked about and then took it up a notch, but it's way more woody. You have that vanilla in there, but this one's way more woody to me compared to the body mist. I pick up so much on that woodiness, and it's probably because of the oud, but oud to me usually smells like a horse's butt. It smells like a barn. It smells like hay to me. Like, I don't like oud. And in here, it is so good. It smells expensive. It smells luxurious and so well blended, woody. But then that sugar in here, the benzoin, the vanilla, it adds the right amount of sweetness without it being super gourmand, super sweet, without it being like marshmallow cupcake vanilla. This is like a sexy vanilla. You want to go on a date night. You want to wear this at night. You want to smell irresistible in a sexy way. I would go with Vanilla Skin. And then speaking of vanilla, of course, my Kayali Vanilla 28 always comes out from hiding because I do not wear this in spring or summer. And as you can see, look at that juice. There's vanilla orchid in here, there's brown sugar, there's tonka bean. The jasmine is not at all, not one bit offensive to my nose. I do not enjoy jasmine too much, and in here it's done perfectly. I'm getting the brown sugar, I'm getting a vanilla extract type of scent mixed in with a little bit of florals, but like that vanilla orchid type of floral, to me it's not a white floral type of perfume. The patchouli is not too much at all, or the amber. It is perfection. To me, it's just brown sugar and vanilla. That's what I get from this one, vanilla extract. This one is one of my favorite fall and winter vanillas. This one and my Eden Juicy Apple from Kayali are my top favorite scents from Kayali. So this one I recommend every single year. Next up, we have another classic, and this one is Dior Poison Girl, the EDT. This one smells like a creamsicle. It has a very bright citrusy opening, which makes it, it's so good. This one's it's delicious. It's like gourmand, yet perfumey at the same time, but it's sweet. There is caramel in here. There is, I believe is orange. There's also vanilla in here. Yeah, I don't get tired of this one. And again, these all smell so much better now that I've had them for a while in my collection. The citrus in this one is there. If you love citrus scents and you want something that's a little citrusy but has like a fall touch to it, I would definitely recommend Poison Girl. Very soft florals. To me, it's more about the citruses mixing in with vanilla and caramel, and then also the heliotrope and tonka giving you like a powdery, very smooth and creamy finish. It's all about the citrus for me and the caramel in this one. So good. I love this one. This next one, you guys, I have to put this in my fall recommendations because I don't hear almost anybody talking about this perfume ever, and it's such a good, if you love almond, if you love kind of like woody, powdery, cozy scents that you could put on to like watch movies, to lounge around, to wear to bed, to just wear like on a rainy fall day, and it's like you want to feel cozy, this right here. And I got this from Fragrance Net, so I did not pay full price for it, but this is from Van Cleef and Arpels, and this one is called Bois d'Or. The bottle, there's nothing too special about the bottle. I love the bottle. It's very simple, and it almost looks like something that can be unisex. This can be in a men's collection or in a woman's fragrance collection. This is one of my top fragrances for fall. It is so good and so high quality and so well blended and so smooth and so fluffy. Oh my god, this is everything. There's a woodiness in there. Very interesting notes. So it opens up with black pepper and mineral notes, but there's vanilla, there's almond, there's tobacco, which adds to this in such a perfect way. I usually do not go for no perfumes that have tobacco because they just don't smell good on me. But the little touch that it gives it in here, it's not overpowering and it's perfect. There's cedar, tonka bean, teak wood, and musk. Every time that I put this on, I'm just constantly smelling myself and just thinking it's just so cozy, perfect to cuddle, perfect to watch movies. Great one for fall time. I love it. Now, super gourmand perfumes so that we could be done because this video is going to be long. These are like my super duper gourmand scents. This first one is a fragrance mist, so it's not a perfume, but oh my god, this is like fall in a bottle. Many people hate it again, but if you're a gourmand girl, this needs to be in your collection. And this is Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Crush Cheirosa 71. This is like all the desserts, all the yummy cookies. Let me tell you the notes so that you understand what I'm talking about. Top, we have caramelized vanilla and sea salt, which you know a little bit of salt on sweet things just adds like a little touch to it. Mid is toasted macadamia nut and white chocolate. And the dry down is tonka bean and coconut blossom. Are you kidding me? Like, this is... You want to smell like a snack. You want to smell like a dessert. You want to smell edible. So good. So good. It makes me think of like freshly baked cookies. I know some people say that this smells like popcorn, and I can totally see that because sometimes it makes me think of when I used to go to Magic Kingdom in Disney World and I would walk in and like all of the popcorn, the cotton candy, just all of the desserts that they have when you first walk in. It does kind of give me that vibe, but it just smells so good. It's like thick, it's gourmand, it's just the perfect like sweet fall scent. My sister loves this. I told my sister to try this out and she fell so in love with this one. I think she's bought it like more than once or twice. Such a good gourmand scent. Caramelly, white chocolate. I definitely get that macadamia nut. I think that's what I get the most in this one. That's why it's kind of like unique to me. I would love to see more perfumes adding that note in there to add like a sweetness. It's kind of like a powdery chocolatey sweetness in here. So good. I love this one. So this next one, if you want to smell like a caramel latte with a bunch of caramel drizzled on top, you need this one. This one is Vanilla Sky from Skylar. The first year that I got this, I don't think that I was as crazy about it and I didn't recommend it as much as I do now, just because Skylar is a clean fragrance brand, and when I first got it, it lacked a little bit in the longevity department. It wasn't as strong, it wasn't as noticeable, but now, oh my god, this is so good. Caramel everywhere. Just picture caramel drizzled on whipped cream on a latte. You do get a little bit of coffee, the vanilla. This is smooth and like literally you're a snack, you're a dessert, you're a drink with this fragrance. Creamy, sweet caramel. You need Vanilla Sky in your collection if you are a caramel lover. So yummy. So good. This next one, I'm going to include it in here just because anytime that I think of fall, this fragrance comes to my mind. Now, it's very strong. It's very potent. I don't wear it by itself anymore. And if I do wear it, I literally only do 1 to 2 sprays because this will choke someone out so bad. Get in a car and spray this 4 or 5 times. You're going to have to run out because it is strong. And this is Kilian's Angel Share. So I have had this for like 3 years. And as you can see, barely a dent because I only spray a little bit and it lasts the entire day. 1 to 2 sprays. I will be smelling this all day long. This is a woody, cinnamon, spicy, boozy perfume. This is like fall in a bottle. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know what I'm about to say. But if you're new, when I smell this, yo pienso en coquito. I'm making coquito. I'm adding all of those spices, that little tea that I make before I add it to the coquito with the clove and the cinnamon. Just that's what I think about with this. This is my coquito perfume. Now, it is missing like that creaminess that you have in coquito because coquito is coconut and condensed milk and evaporated milk and all that sweetness and all of that with the added spices and rum. So this has the spice, this has the booziness, but usually I like to add something sweet and creamy to it. So that's where my Rosie Jane Dulce comes in, and I love mixing these two together. I'm not including these into this video because I have way more than 15. I'm cheating so bad. But these two mixed together, this adds that sweetness, the creaminess, and all of that. So this year, I want to try that out with Replica's Afternoon Delight and mix it with Killian's Angel Share. But yeah, Killian's Angel Share is great for fall time. Here is another one that is being sold. I thought that it had been discontinued, but I found it at Ulta. So I'm going to be leaving links to all of these fragrances in the description box below. I have the old packaging of this. I think it looks different now, but oh my God, when I tell you this is a gourmand lover's dream. This is Penrose Secret Genius, and I got this also like 2-3 years ago. This opens up with caramel. Middle note is white chocolate, and then the base is Madagascar vanilla, sandalwood, and cedar. And if it's one thing that I love is having a super gourmand, chocolatey sweet scent, and then they add like a woodiness to the base. You got me there. And that's exactly what this is. This is like a sexy Hershey's white chocolate, like that cookies and cream chocolate bar walking around with a sexy woodiness to it. So good. So sweet, so good. Love it. This is always one that I will recommend for fall time. We made it to the end of my super long 15 top fragrances for fall 2024. First of all, comment down below some leaves if you made it to the end of the video. Let's fill up that comment section with fall vibes. So it could be the leaves, it could be a brown heart, it can be a little coffee cup, whatever you want to leave that reminds you of fall. Go ahead and put that in the description box, and also comment your favorite fall fragrance. Like, what is that fragrance that every time fall comes around you bring that fragrance out? I want to know. And with that said, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I appreciate you so much. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one.